passionate words there from Tommy Boyd. Number 2 as Celtic break up and go towards this kick-off. Celtic striving to reach their 23rd League Cup final, although it's a trophy they've only won once in 16 years, which is very un-Celtic-like, and that was a 3-0 win over Dundee United 3 years ago. Killie, on the other hand, as they kick off, haven't been in the final of this competition for 37 years. Alan was only a boy.
Just to finish that point, Archie, just before the game got underway there, when I said they played extremely well at Rugby Park, they'll need to do the same tonight. They'll need to put a lot of pressure onto the midfield players. You can guarantee you that Holt, Riley and Mitchell will work their socks off in midfield, not to give Celtic any fluency, any passing movements. But really they've got to look from a lot from McCutcheon and Kokard up front to hold the ball up for them and put Tabili under pressure at the back, because you know that maybe sometimes he's a little slack. That was Reset trying to go through. Vorapchik trying to get through to the outside there and just turned away. That's a good start. And off the post. Brilliant shot there. Butchell only had a fraction to lash out at goal there after Tabili had set him up, and it hits Wood. Well, what a great start for Celtic that would have been. It actually just breaks nicely to Butchell. Loughlin can't shut him down, nor can Dindaloo. Meldrum was beaten off the post. Lucky it didn't come back off him and go into the net. Vorapchik with the corner kick, and it's a poor one. And I think he'll be disappointed in that. He's experienced enough to know that, given that chance that Butchell had, the pressure had to be kept on, and they relaxed. Look at his shot. I think he was falling slightly back, although, mark you, Alan, the goalkeeper had come out well and narrowed the angle. Yeah, he did. Well, actually, I should give Tabili a lot of praise. I just give him a bit of stick for being a little bit slack now and again, but it was him that drove into the box. The ball broke to Butchell, and quite honestly, he's very, very unlucky. He never scored there. Real let off for Kilmarnock and a bit of a shock. Well, I suppose, in a way, with a ball coming off the woodwork like that, they might get some confidence. They've had that slice of luck. That's Colin Meldrum. All up there, that's good jumping. Mitchell. Gus McPherson. Kilmarnock will need all his experience tonight. Holt, who I thought was very, very good against Motherwell on Saturday, very unlucky. One or two moves into the penalty area for which his colleagues let him down. There's Durant, knocked away by Vorapchik. Tabili. Nice, firm, solid, resolute start by Celtic. Reset. Just cut off. And Carey just gets it. He was looking remarkably cool the other day, Carey, when I was in at Celtic Park talking to one or two of the players, and he's getting his big chance now, and it looks Gould is heading the other side of Hadrian's Wall again. Yeah, interesting to see as well that, you know, Mr. Dalglish really doesn't want anything on a loan period. He wants a permanent deal, so quite simply there is no place for Jonathan at Celtic Park. That has been made perfectly clear to him. Reset. Right off it. Well, Josh McKinley, one of the favourites at Celtic Park for so many years. He had his troubles there as well, but he always gave of his best. Always a thorough professional, very good on the left-hand side, as we all know. And of course, he played in that famous game down at Wembley for his country. He'll give everything. I thought he took a bad knock on Saturday, at least at first I thought it was, but he recovered fairly quickly. Well, Bobby has obviously brought him in because of his experience, Archie, and he'll be looking for him to get down that left-hand side. Tosh is actually a very, very good crosser of the ball, and they'll want him to do that tonight if they can. Kenny again. McCutcheon going away to the corner. Not the best of clearances, but Reset comes away with it. Vorapchik had to come back, away by Mjolby. Now Viduka. Look at the strength of the man.
Then the great thing about Viduka is you get a lot of Burnley players like that don't have the fancy footwork to go with it, but he has both. And by the way, he's after his own personal 9 in a row tonight. He scored in the last 8 games for Celtic. There's Moravchik. Taken up by Jackie McNamara. A little bit careless with that, but reset was in it quickly, and I think Butchell, to his great annoyance, is deemed to be offside. Well, he got in good position there. Just wonder, Alan, as a striker yourself, you see, oh, here, I'll tell you what.
Well, that's pretty. Yeah. I think that may even have been, I think it was McKinley possibly, or even Mark Riley that was kept and played on. It must have been very close. He's saying I'm not off, I wasn't off. It must have been very, very close. Certainly when you see it there, it looks as if he may just have been onside.
How do you feel in the striking role, though, when, no fault of his, I thought his shot was good enough, but if you've that piece of bad luck, do you think it could affect you?
Well, it's maybe not just so early on in the game. If he gets another one and he hits the post again, his head might go down, but you've just got to keep doing it. You've got to keep putting yourself in a position that you're going to have an opportunity to have a shot on goal. Whether it's a yard or only a half yard, you've got to take a chance.
There's a free kick, Butchell backing in.
He'll get plenty of chances tonight, I would think.
Gus McPherson.
When people are saying about his potential, actually, just another quick point on him. This is one of the things that separate rather good players to really good professionals. Whereas, you know, you do get a few chances as a striker. If your head does go down and it affects you, then quite simply you've not got it inside you to be a top player. You've got to just forget it, get on with it, because the next one, positive attitude and put it in the back of the net.
Eyes poised play by Durant. Opens it up very well, and Gus McPherson, you can see that ball spinning as it went towards McPherson. Just over 6 minutes gone, and Celtic certainly had the better of the chances. That was pushed inside again by Laughlin. This is wide, and away goes Butchell. Viduka going through the middle, still has it. Butchell, I think a step too many that time. Here's again that bustling action of his. Great deal of determination in the young strikers running towards goal there. I think he might have been just a little bit selfish because Viduka was in the clear. Hardly anybody up front for Kilmarnock, though, in that counter-attack. Ali Mitchell, one of the loyal servants of this club. But that's a bad one, very careless play. There's McCutcheon. He's a boy with pace as well. And look how calmly Tommy Boyd let him do all the work there, and let him do all the slipping, and then stepped in.
And Tommy used his speed, yeah, absolutely, actually. He just used his body as well. It's very, very small, McCutcheon is. Not that I'm saying Tommy's put on any weight as he's gotten any older, but certainly a little bit of a weight difference there. Still a good player, though. Very good player, Tommy.
Stephen Mahe, the man with the volcanic personality. Opened up. Good interception there by Ali Mitchell. We talked about the organisation and the work rate of this Kilmarnock side. Well, I think that is personified by Mitchell. Trying to take the ball away there, but that's the free kick.
Well, Kokard, normally you see him up front for Kilmarnock, but he's having to do a lot of checking back.
Stubbs playing in that holding role. They said, what they were announcing the Celtic team, and he went through the back four. He thought he wasn't playing, but Kenny had his name further down the list. Playing in Paul Lambert's role, I suppose, in that little zone there. Now, Boyd. Mahe. Tebely's got space. Moravchik. Yes, he held on to the ball very well. Trying to get space as Mahe. Very sharp looking. Moravchik looked as if he might be aiming up, and Viduka offside. You know, consistency you want in strikers, and this man, as I said, is going for his 9th goal in a row.
Yeah, he is flying, isn't he? And he's very, very dangerous. I mean, there was a few question marks about him initially, obviously with his temperament. He certainly got things right. Sticking the ball in the back of the net is the best way to shut people up. He's done that, and as you say, he's on for 9 in a row tonight. He's certainly offside there.
Stubbs. Away by Durant. You'll certainly get 90 minutes out of Durant. There's Ali Mitchell. He's all in his own there. Look at the cluster of green and white jerseys around them. Very cool play by Reset, aided and abetted by McNamara. Laughlin. Kokar. Look at the way that the Celtic defence are just sweeping them aside. Brilliant play. Moravcik. Oh, Viduka, this is a situation he likes. He's going to let fly. Maybe he went a pace too many again. At first, he seemed to have opened that defence up, but the Frenchman Dendelou in with an excellent tackle.
Yeah, it wasn't. He's actually taking a chance because he's gone to ground. He's actually committed himself completely. Say that would have been a fantastic goal if the big man had managed to get round, because the play by Moravcik was absolutely magnificent. So talented.
Here he is again. Yeah, there, and a bit of pushing going on as Alan Stubbs came up. Well, talking to Kenny Dalglish at Parkhead this week, it's quite clear that he wants to establish solidity, and with it, all the offshoots, like dedication to the jerseys, passion, all of which seem to have evaporated recently. It's a big task, though, and this trophy is very important to them. Laughlin, a little bit nervy. Meldrum enticing the Celtic player to come towards him. McCutcheon, no chance of getting these high balls in the air. It's falling just too far ahead of the Kilmarnock front runners. Has to be a bit of pace about this, and eventually Tosh McKinley forced into that. Suddenly there was a little gap on the left-hand side of that Kilmarnock defence. Here's Reset. Stubbs. That's a poorish one. You don't want the ball to fall to his feet all the same in that area. 12 minutes gone, just over, and Kilmarnock making heavy weather of it when they get the ball in midfield.
They're not managing to play any passes together. Difficult for them to get the ball through, and so far really Kilmarnock actually, as you can say, for 12 minutes. Not necessarily heavy weather, but they've certainly been chasing shadows. All the possessions being by Celtic. As you can see, even for instances like that, keeping possession, making Kilmarnock work. It's worse when you don't have the ball.
Viduka finding that surface a little bit awkward. Gets a second bite at it. Good save. Now that was the most emphatic save by the goalkeeper. Any slip there and the ball must be extremely greasy. Well, only one chance for this.
Yeah, McNamara gets in, probably didn't think he was going to get an opportunity, and he's flashed it across. You can see here, gets plenty of boot on it. It's a good take by Colin Meldrum.
Back to McPherson. Kokar all in his own. Now Stubbs. Back to McNamara.
Just seen Kokar there, Archie, just motioning to the midfield players. You've got to get into my feet and my body, because there's no chance I'm going to win any headers against the big guns at the back.
Well read by Laughlin. I think that's Celtic's ball now. He had the opportunity to part with it very quickly. Kilmarnock at the moment giving signs a little bit unsure of themselves. This is what I meant by getting tied up when rather needlessly. Tebeli. Free kick, Holt goes down. Here's Durant. Well, McKinley and Durant used to knock the stuffing out of each other when they played against each other in old firm games in the nicest possible way. And here they are together as mates tonight. Bobby Williamson was not a happy man on Saturday. Slight complaint about the first goal, and I think he had a point, by the way. That's Kenny in the background, looking slightly chilly. Marvellous what a goal can do to heat one up in a night like this. And here's reset. McNamara. Leisurely build up from the back. Rather pathetic ball there by Reset. He ran out of ideas. Durant, a little bit slow in parting with it again. Holt had to come in, walking alongside Riley right in the middle of the park. A lot of curl in that ball, missed by Tommy Boyd. A little bit fortunate that Kokar gave him a gift back. Now McNamara. Will be sweeping up in the back. Mahe. Now this man, Moravcik, has the ability to turn a game in just a few seconds. We've seen him do it so often since arriving at Celtic Park, where, by the way, he was written off as a kind of 30-plus has-been by so many people who didn't realise just how good he had been in European football. Well, he's shown us plenty. He is, in fact, Alan, a traditional inside forward, if you like, Scottish inside forward.
Yeah, I suppose he is, really, and there's a lot of have-beens at the moment that are still playing, haven't anywhere near the skill he has, and it's an absolute pleasure to watch sometimes. He has, but the finger can be pointed at him a little, that, you know, he's a passenger in the game, but as you quite rightly say, Archie, only a couple of seconds to change it, and he's done it so many times. He's scored some magnificent goals as well.
Awkward ball, Tommy Boyd kept his eye on it, high against the floodlights at Hampden Park. Very awkward one for him. There he is again. Reset. So 17 minutes gone, and Mahe should just keep it in. He does. Holt goes with him. Loud shout from the Kilmarnock support just down to the left-hand side. There's the challenge there. Yes. Well. Well, the thing about Killy, as we were saying, the lack of penetration, that really has bothered him all season. Nice little turn there by McCutcheon. Can he come up in it? He does. Now they've got some players forward, plus Durant. Now, McKinley. Plenty of space here for Gus McPherson. Is he going to let fly? It's an awkward one. That's a corner kick. The Celtic defence simply didn't know what it was like. It was like a pinball in the penalty area there.
Well, it's the first time they've been really anything of aggression towards Celtic. It's a good ball by Gus McPherson. Comes off of Mahe eventually when Boyd tries to clear it. Bobby Williamson a little bit happy with that. First real time they've managed to get in behind.
Get out! Get out!
Play to Riley. Durant. That's a decent ball, and Loughlin had tried to come up and carry. Very much like so many continental keepers opting for the punch there. And maybe that's not so daft, Alan, on a night like this when the ball is like that proverbial slippery piece of soap.
Yeah, not only that, he knows that Mark Riley's coming into him, and he can see him out the corner of his eye. Thankfully, there was not a great deal of contact with both, but Carrion did well there. Safety first.
Plenty of space there again for McKinley. It's a decent ball. McCutcheon saw it coming. Kelly beginning to string some passes together now. A little more positively. Holt is up there. That was Stubbs striding majestically away. Very confident looking. Rapchik lying almost in the left back position. The Celtic management and the supporters will want him to push forward. He's deadly when he runs in and goal from about 30 yards out. Well, Vidika seemed to slip again. McKinley. Dindaloo. That was Durant directing the traffic. Holt. More sequence of passes from Kilmarnock. Here's Kokar. Now he can be dangerous in this situation. That's a lovely little ball forward. Gus McPherson.
An intelligent move again by Kilmarnock. The two players reading that move very well.
Well, Ian Durant brings this upon. Good control from Kokar. Gus McPherson, great run, but again, you don't see him often track back, but it was an important run and he had to get there because Gus was in. Luba Moravcik does enough, puts him off. It's a good spell for Kilmarnock.
And they have the corner kick. A lot of movement in the penalty area. Yes, carrying up for it. He wasn't looking too happy there. Now here's the break. Kilmarnock having been pulled right out. It's deep. Holt. Now Tebeli. Loud, rather sarcastic acclamation there by the Kilmarnock supporters. Tebeli right off balance. Kenny Dalglish in the pack there. Has seen every cup final imaginable, except the World Cup itself, and they're just knocked away very coolly by Mjolby. This is the kind of space he likes. Moravcik, Stubbs, better play there, that's not offside. The goalkeeper going to get there, he does. Butchell in the race for him. And I think, to be absolutely fair to Butchell there, I think he realised the goalkeeper was putting his head and his body down there to feet.
Well, we'll see it better here. It's a very, very brave challenge by Meldrum. He's quite right to go for it as well. Could have been a bit of contact there. Thankfully, the ball goes loose, and they're both okay.
Now, Tebeli. Supported by Mahe. Viduka. Holt went back with him. Yes, I think they appreciate the danger of this big man, Gary Holt, the ex-Celtic player, marking Viduka very closely. Now, Mahe is very good at raiding into the penalty area. I think sometimes he doesn't match it with finishing. And I think the goalkeeper did, in fact, get an injury in that last tackle. As you said, Alan, very courageous, having to go down the way he did. I think, to be fair to Butchell, I think the player was aware of what was happening. I didn't think he, you know, some players might have gone right through on it.
It might even be a cut on his arm. Certainly, they've gone in fully committed. He may just have caught him in the arm. I think there's a little blood there. We can't see for Jim. I think it's fair to say he may have actually taken a stud in the arm. I think it was actually Jackie McNamara that's come and got him. You just miss it there. Definitely both of them make contact. Jackie going for the ball, and he may have just stuck a stud in Collins' arm.
Well, Bobby Williamson, I think,
also no substitute goalkeeper.
Yeah, I realise that, but of course, if any blood is showing anywhere, then it really has to be a stitch or some kind of plaster. I think the goalkeeper will recover all right.
Here's the incident again. Both of them going fully committed. Jackie's foot's out to try and win it. You can just see the dunt a little there, just as contact's made. Thankfully the ball scrums clear, but unlucky for Colum, he's actually caught a boot in the arm, and hopefully for Bobby Williamson and Kilmarnock, they'll be able to go till half-time and then hopefully patch him up and he'll be okay. As was already said, actually, they have no replacement goalkeeper.
Ian Durant going across to have a look at him there. And a touch of courage by the Kilmarnock goalkeeper. The Kilmarnock supporters appreciating the efforts. Mahe. taking his time about this. But I think Tebele was annoyed that he got a pass like that so tight to the touchline. Well, Celtic started off in a very solid manner, as I pointed out, but I have to say Kilmarnock have come more strongly back into the game, feel more confident. There's Durant, always playing intelligently. McKinley, Durant, McPherson hugging the touchline. Very slight play now. Alan Stubbs. Butchell, Tebele made a very good run. Butchell's right in the middle there again. Really did like that penetration. Tebele got the freedom on the left.
Yeah, he did, but Dindaloo again just does enough, gets a touch, takes the ball away from Butchell, who was waiting in the middle. It's a good run again, a superb ball from Moravcik, just to keep the flow of the momentum of the attack going. Dindaloo does enough to get a touch.
That's the second time in the game. There's Kokar. It's back to Carey. He needs to juggle with it. Now support by Riley. McKinley. Mitchell. Riley chasing it as Biobi. And the big Swede was always going to get on top of him that time. As I was saying, that's the second time Tebele's made a run. That one in the first 30 seconds into that area. McKinley. Good anticipation by Biobi again. McNamara. Butchell on the run. Feels for the penalty, but he's annoyed about it. An anguished player. Well, let's look at it again. There was contact. Seems to be an arm over them there, but was it solid enough?
Well, Jim's arm's certainly on him. It's a good ball into an area where the striker can run into. 2 under-21 collies together. I think there may even be a trip by Butchell. There wasn't a great deal of contact by Jim Laughlin, but I think it was a good result, a good decision by the referee.
Really no protest from the other Celtic players, but I think Tebele was pushing. Jim McCluskey was very close. There's the push by Tebele. Free kick. Laughlin taking his time. Bobby Williamson right out of the edge of his little zone there, screaming at his players. That was a better ball by Moravcik. Now this man has a great appetite to come forward that way. The pass not accurate though. He had Butchell and Viduka together. Could have chosen either.
Just in that last attack, actually, Bobby Williamson is screaming to his midfield players to get out of the way so they could roll it in or strike it into Kokard, standing in his way, and there was nowhere really for the pass to go for him forward.
That ball just simply went over. Now that's an indication of somebody not really concentrating like the laser beam. To roll a ball out of touch like that with no pressure at all, and coming up to the half hour very shortly. Given the way that Celtic started, I think it's a bit of an anti-climax for them in this half. That's a free kick. Yes, little Gary McCutcheon. The free kick is taken. Everybody missing out on that. I think there might have been just a grazing header there. Throw to Kilmarnock. Here's Holt. Mahe putting his foot in. Picked up by Moravcik. Well, that'll be noted. Stubbs. Easy one for Dindaloo. That's McPherson. Here's Holt. Durant. Uncharacteristically bad pass there by Durant. Viduka, rather lazy the way he went for that, Alan. You know, he just a kind of languid back heel he was going for.
I think, as I said, has been pointed out a few times, but when he's scoring goals, there's no problem with the criticism towards him. But it certainly was a little.
Oh, great play by Durant, taking the sting out of Tebele to start off with, and maybe being just a little bit greedy. Nudged away to Stubbs. Now space for reset. Can he go? Pace too long there. Oh, Dindaloo just got that away. That's very good, neat football by Kilmarnock. Kolka. Well, he ruined that movement. I have to say, Alan, Kilmarnock played like this the entire 90 minutes on Saturday against Motherwell, and then bang, bang, there were 2 goals down.
Yeah, true. Well,
so much of the ball and no penetration.
Well, they certainly have weathered the storm to a certain extent of having had the ball already against their own post, but they've certainly come into the game a little bit more. Celtic have not been just so dominant. And they are, to a certain extent, Archie, over the last few years, have been a bit of a bogey team for Celtic, really.
Laughlin, McCutcheon, Boyd reading it at the back. Off the head of Gus McPherson. Well, you sometimes get that in football, a team that, 2 teams meeting, and there's always one that seems to have this drawback on them all the time. Good sense of commitment. Man of the match competition, by the way. There's the number 09009 1155 00. That's 09009 and the rest, if you can remember it. That could now inside and it goes to Stubbs.
1155 00.
Here's Stubbs, forward run by McNamara again. There's good running into the box there by McNamara, coming from deep. That penetration, you rightly pointed out, it was McNamara with the goalkeeper. And here he is again. Straight to Dindaloo. Well, the Frenchman's getting in the way. Mitchell took his eye right off it. You could see what he was trying to do, just nick it inside. Yolby. Mahe. Well, Moravchik was taken there by Riley. The referee was close to it. I'm surprised he's waving the play on. That looked to me like, at the very least, a free kick. Reset. Yes, he's having a word with them now, but just a lecture for that challenge there. May not just have been quite as bad as it appeared.
No, Matt Riley's probably a midfield player, and you're guaranteed 100% work rate from him, and he just puts people under pressure all the time. Not really a drastically bad tackle on him, just reminding Moravchik as he does there.
Here's about pace now. Koka tries to get there, but I mentioned right at the start Tommy Boyd's experience, his intelligence, his reading of the space. That was a good illustration of it there. Mahe. Tebele. Reset to Yobi. Frenchman again, Dindaloo. Certainly a lull in activities at the moment. Celtic trying to get some cohesion. Labouring the point though. Yolby. Back go Kilmarnock, every Kilmarnock player behind the ball. Tibbley trying to get some width through Mahe. Oh, far too obvious that one. Yeah, Tibbley is a man I think still trying to find a specific role at Celtic Park.
Well, he hasn't played too many times in the position where he's playing today. Him and Mahe have done reasonably well. Well, every time Mahe plays the ball inside, Gus McPherson knows he's done it 3 or 4 times. Tibbley's going to play a first-time pass down the line. He'll need to be a little cuter if he's going to get Mahe in behind Gus.
Milby. McNamara taking up that wide position again. This is Butchell. Yes, difficult to turn at the surface. We have paid a compliment to the ground staff for getting it in pretty good shape, but it's very soft. Well, he's got pace and he's very eager and desperately unlucky in the first few seconds. Here's Kokar. Look how tight the players in midfield. Given away very slackly by Kilmarnock. They may suffer. Mahe. Morabchik. Tibbley a little bit slow taking off after this. And a set of floodlights has gone out. I don't know whether the cold's got to it or not. Certainly not a Sonny Lumiere at the moment at Hampden Park. And there's Holt. And I think the Celtic supporters getting restive as the battery of floodlights goes out there for some unaccountable technical reason. Not casting too many shadows. Well, the only evidence I've seen of a fuse going was Kenny's just about 5 minutes ago. It looked incandescent to some of the loose play, and Stubbs taken very late. Got it right in the ankle, and there'll be a booking here, yes. Booking for Mark Riley.
Well, we did say before that Mark came a little bit later on Moravcik, and he is only a little bit late as well. To be fair, Big Alan Stubbs turns him quite well, but Mark doing his job from midfield, he knows he has to go and shut people down. It's just that this time he thought he was actually going to nick the ball. Instead of that, Mark's caught Stubbs and he's got a yellow card.
Well, you could see he was simply going to lose possession there. Just left that right leg trailing. Good solid player again, Mark Riley. But so typical this performance of what we have seen of Kilmarnock this season. Struggling to score goals.
Go and do the gentlemanly thing and tell Alan he's sorry.
So closing down on half-time now. There's Mark Viduka. Been very closely marked. Yolby. It's penetrating enough, but not a single Celtic player with the pace to get up behind that. Bit disappointed in the way he put it forward himself. Nobody going through the middle. Kokar tries to get in. That's an excellent tackle by Mjolby all the same. And that's what they like. They like, you know, they like an Ali McCoist, a Paul Wright, somebody like that.
Well, they certainly have. I mean, Kokar, that's one of the only times really you've seen him as far up his edge of the box. He's been coming so deep to try and get the ball. And there really hasn't been too many opportunities, not even really for Celtic. Kilmarnock have worked hard to try and stop them, but Kilmarnock really have hardly been in Celtic's box whatsoever.
That's forward by Durant. There's McCutcheon. Easily mopped away by Celtic. Now here's the run by Stubbs. Beautiful ball in there. And it's nudged forward by Viduka. Once again, Burchill just a fraction short of catching the pace here. Excellent ball put through.
Yeah, it was. It was actually good one-touch football there, and actually Colin Meldrum again comes out very, very strong in a position where he was caught before, and he did well to clear the danger for Kilmarnock, Colin.
Yes, I'm not sure. I think Bobby Williams was annoyed just we were watching that. Kilmarnock players were caught offside. Viduka, there's that broad-shouldered run of his again. Support work there, Moravchik. Little deflection. Gus McPherson away with it. And all Kilmarnock are doing at the moment, just pop the ball back to a Celtic foot. Laughlin gets in the way. Now McPherson. Mahe, does he run it out? Just kept it in. And McCutcheon has to step in there. Rabchik. Does Mahe look like a hand? Referee says a throw. Well, he said that 2-3 balls played to him like that. Reset with plenty time to think and move. That almost got through. Stubbs, an excellent long passer from midfield. That's 3 times in a game, Alan. He's looked up and found a little space.
Well, that's something Alan Stubbs is good at, and probably one of the main reasons, apart from obviously his physical presence in there, that Kenny likes to play Alan Stubbs, is he's a very good passer of the ball, good at 10-15 yards. We know from playing at the back, he's equally as good at 40-45 yards. He's played a couple of good passes, but pretty evident, Archie, that Kilmarnock are packing the centre of the defence. And if they're going to get in, in at all, they're going to have to get McNamara and Mahe down the flanks and in behind for crosses for Viduka and Burchill.
He said coming away again, almost ran into trouble though. Stubbs. There's that long ball again, just cut off by Gary Holt. Holt reading the danger very well. That's a difficult ball to give. Kokar with Miobi bearing down on him. Now here's Moravchik. Trying to part with that ball a little bit too quickly. Now. McNamara, no free kick. He's down on McNamara. Cutchin going forward. There's a little ball to Kokar. He doesn't have support though. Not in the penalty area, he doesn't. Here's Durant. McPherson. McNamara still down injured. Here's McPherson going in. Giving it away. Now, Durant. Let's fly as the referee looks back upfield and sees Jackie McNamara. I think he took it on the ankle.
Well, you can see there from initially where we come to it there. When there's definitely contact, I think it might be, I think you're right, Archie, it could have been a twist, but that comes initially from Jackie's first touch being poor. When we came to that a minute ago there, the ball was a good couple of yards away from him. The ball was only passed to him about 15 yards, and Jackie's touch let him down. And when the ball's as far away from the player like that, then Tosh has every right to go in and try and win it. Albeit his momentum is taking him through, and Jackie unfortunately has just turned on his ankle.
Yes, I like these friendly tactical discussions they have with one another. You know, it's the aggro coming out of every pore there of Tosh McKinley. Well, I mean, that illustration there, some nice neat football by Kamara getting it from midfield, but nothing in the box.
No, not at all.
I mean, Kokar was given a nice ball out there, but he had to turn back and put it down the touchline. Well, the referee has decided to restart the play there. Having a discussion with Bobby Boyd, and away it goes. Picked up by Dindaloo, now Mitchell. Must say, Gary Holt is lying further back, not surprisingly, than he did against Motherwell on Saturday. I haven't seen him coming down this right-hand side all that much. Aware of the thread of both Mahe and Tebele. And here is Mahe. Ramchik, you see that coming. Beautifully stepped in there by Relly. Now the two go away together. Durant on the right-hand side. Kokar going into the box. Closed out again by Tommy Boyd. He's been excellent at that, Boyd, seeing the danger, reading it quickly. And I think 3 minutes of stoppage time. Durant. That's, I don't think we could describe that other than Ian running out of ideas, passing the buck. Didn't know what to do there. Everybody was covered. And there's nobody that, Alan, he can float the ball into that's particularly good in the air.
Well, not really, but he's in a position where, quite simply, you know Ian's a good passer of the ball, the best passer of the ball in the Kilmarnock team, and he's got to get his foot round it, swing the ball from out to in, and hopefully that one of them will get on the end of it.
Easily mopped up by McPherson now. McCutcheon hasn't seen much of his pace. Kokar was in an offside position. Holt realised that, had to cut the ball back. Durant. Away goes McCutcheon. There's Holt. I don't think he's going to be able to get that. That's a goal kick. Very nice, neat, elaborate. It's like putting stitches together, you know, like petit point, but it's not doing anything. Nice, neat patterns, and this goalkeeper hasn't really been bothered, Alan.
No, not at all, but they are just nipping in and reading a pass that Celtic are trying to cut them down with, and then Kilmarnock are coming back with a little flurry, but when it gets to the edge of the box, unfortunately, that's really where it sort of fizzles out for Kilmarnock.
Viduka. More like Viduka getting away from his man there in the tight corner. Alan Stubbs, neat little dummy, Stubbs trying to make the run. Now Durant, too much in that. A little bit too enthusiastic. He saw his chance. There's Stubbs, and there's a good run in again. Well, Butchell is reading the opportunities. And he's been fractionally out in all of these runs.
Yeah, it's a good ball through, though. Just that the ball's just a little bit too much, maybe skidding off the surface, and that's 3 times now. Very important times that Colin Meldrum has come out as a sweeper and taken the danger for Kilmarnock.
Butchell again, I think Auckland has this.
It's where he likes to play, though. Actually, he likes the ball played in front of him. We know he's got a bit of pace, just that some of the passes have just had a half yard too much on them.
But the surprising thing is Viduka hasn't been in the game all that much.
No, not really.
He is a quality player. Well, you've got to try and get him into the game.
Well, so far, really, that Dindalow's man-marked him all over the place, managed to nick in front before they tried to get the ball to his feet, but it's been a very disappointing 45 minutes from Mark Viduka, that's for sure. Maybe more choice words at half-time.
When Kenny gets annoyed, he gets annoyed all right. That's a bit slag going down that right-hand side. And there goes the half-time before kick-off to Kilmarnock manager Bobby Williamson.
Bobby, how's it going so far? Going to plan the first half?
Well, Celtic had a lot of possession, but they've not really hurt us. They had a couple of chances early in the game. But we weathered that wee bit of storm. We've started to come into it a wee bit more. We've got to get forward, but get bodies in the box and hopefully get some.
Colin Meldrum took an injury in the first half. Just how bad, how good is he?
He's had a couple of stitches in his arm. That's nothing new to him. This has been one of these tournaments. He's had stitches every game, I think. But he'll keep going for this.
Looking for your players maybe to give you a wee bit more up front this half, Bobby?
Of course, it's very difficult. It's a big part, and we're asking him to cover a lot of ground. And Mahe's the one we're worried about coming up the left-hand side. That's where he'll got to take care of.
Bobby, thanks for joining us.
Well, it looks Cameron up there doing that interview after a 45 minutes in which I think everybody agrees that Kilmarnock lacking bite and punch whenever they get near that Celtic goal. The goalkeeper has changed his jersey, by the way. I think he'll stand out because you thought somebody else had come on the park, and we're about to start the second half. Kilmarnock, after that rather nervy opening, you saw Gary Holt giving the ball away for Butchell's first effort, have stabilised themselves, neutralised a lot of the Celtic attacks, where Viduka, as Tommy Bunns was rightly saying, Viduka and Butcher with a pace, Moravcik with his excellent skill, haven't really imprinted their personalities on the game through lack of service. It may change after the dressing room talk at half-time, and away goes Butcher. Good tackle that. Jim Loughlin was seeing it. Put out by Mahu, came forward. Apart from anything else, Alan, I thought the lack of drive and conviction about Celtic eventually. You know, they were playing reasonably well, but you would have thought these supporters who've turned out tonight want just a little indication of passion in the play.
Yeah, we heard Tommy Burns actually talking in the jury. He made a very good point about when they go forward, it's about going forward quickly. It's okay playing the ball forward actually, but on top of that you need players coming from midfield, you know, quickly to support, and they really haven't done that.
Durant spreading that well and quickly. Mitchell just kept in by Tosh McKinley. He did that very well actually. But I think tying themselves in knots. They had that attack down the left-hand side, the end back almost on the halfway line. Well, McKinley was venturing to make tracks down the left-hand side there, so that had to be cleared. There's Mitchell. McKinley. And I think quite right to make a shot at goal. I don't think there was any danger for Karine, but because there was nobody in a very good position to part with.
No, not really, as he was driving in, and there's no real shutting him down, so he's quite entitled to have a strike. Mahi's just stood his ground. He's not going to beat Karine with such a straight shot, but Tosh is quite right to have a pop.
Loughlin, great deal of experience. He missed the Scottish Cup win, of course. Loughlin, he'll be determined to get to a final. He was injured that season. There he is again, captained the side when he was only 22. And in goes Durant, can't quite get there. Stubbs, 50-50 ball, this one, McKinley. Great deal of conviction about that challenge, just keeps it in. Oh, great play by McKinley, this is important. There's a shot, Durant coming in. Great effort, and the best move, I would imagine, Alan, that Kilmarnock have stretched this Celtic defence in this entire game.
Well, absolutely, and it's come at a great time, isn't it? The start of the second half. It's a great run initially by Tosh McKinley. Dings it between the legs of Alan Stubbs. Very intelligent cutback, just Durant couldn't get enough on it.
There's McKinley again, that left side. That's a decent ball and carrying. No punch this time. Now here's the break, a little bit of space. Moravcik. No chance for Butchell to get that. And you know, Butcher was in a very good position there, Alan. I mean, that's when he could have used his pace, with about 30 yards to go against a flat defence.
Yeah, absolutely, but it's not a good ball to him. It wasn't even in beyond for him to run into. So he's made a decent run out to the left-hand side, but if the pass doesn't get to you, there's not a great deal you can do about it.
Kamara getting tied up in midfield again, and that's a poorish ball forward by Gus McPherson.
Well, you heard Bobby talk about getting players into the box and going forward in the half-time interview, and that's exactly what's happened for them. They've managed to get players forward. Tosh has certainly taken a chance and gone in.
Well, he's looking away across to the far side, and I think the referee is indicating he needs a stretcher over there. I think for a moment the players...
It's Gary Holt.
Yeah, Gary Holt weren't quite sure what was wrong with him, but it seems to have taken a knock on the head. Gary Holt, of course, did have a little spell with Celtic. Former regular soldier.
We see...
Now, watch him going down like that. What's all that about?
Well, it's obviously from an earlier contact. He's running to try and get the ball, and he puts his hand to his head. He's going to be all right.
Yes, I don't think he's
just his ears are cold.
Touched inside by Viduka. Tebeli. Tebeli again, that's a superb turn there by Moravcik. Well, you know, a free kick like that after skill given away ought to be punished by a card. Here's Kokar. Slack pass by the Frenchman. Given away by McCutcheon. Tommy Boyd deciding to come forward. That's the nearest he's been to the Kilmarnock penalty area. Moravcik. Corner kick. Good run by Moravcik, and he really has to get into the game a bit more. He has the skill and the perseverance for this kind of play.
Well, you know, they really need him to be playing, don't they, Celtic, to create a few chances for them. As of yet, he hasn't really created a great deal. Certainly know his potential.
He should swerve this in, and he does. Hooked away from Tebeli, though. Almahe. A little bit of pressure by Celtic. McNamara. There's a good run forward by Burchell. He's not offside. Play the ball back the way, though. That's a wasted chance for Celtic again. Look at Gerrard. Again, he overdoes it. Poor first touch by Gerrard. Saw a little bit of that in the first half, and look at Moravcik, incensed by that. Alan, that must have been very close indeed.
I honestly don't think it was offside. Obviously, we get the opportunity. I mean, one of the strikers is coming back out.
Well, Moravcik wasn't offside.
Well, I don't think he was, and that's why he was so animated in the decision. You need to give the linesman the benefit of the judge. He's in line there. You can see the pass being played also. So maybe a little bit of a let off for Kilmarnock. There he is.
Laughlin putting it forward. McNamara in a good position. Not quick enough though. Kilmarnock players fighting for everything, not let Celtic settle at all. Harassing them. Duran trying to get it off his thigh.
I'm glad you said that, Archie, actually, because even though Celtic have plenty of possession, and you're saying that Kilmarnock are working hard and harassing them and not let them play, if you're a big players, you're in big money, you're a big team, you've simply got to roll your sleeves up and work that little bit harder to make sure if they are shutting you down, then it's a quicker pass, it's a quicker return, or it's quicker movement to try and shut them down. If it's not, this game will just play itself out and finish nothing each.
You're predicting that?
No. I knew you were going to say that, though.
Right.
I'm hoping that somebody will get their sleeves rolled up.
What a poor ball by Boyd. There he is again. Moravcik deep. Mahe. Boyd inching his way forward. Bit of play by Reset. He's keeping possession. Stretching this Kilmarnock defence. Playing it wide. He looks at a boot in the second half. Moravcik. That's offside. Big fella did get in there for a touch. I mean, he is dangerous in getting in behind the defence. Here's the ball coming across.
Again, very close, isn't it?
Again, he holds back.
I will say, though, Kilmarnock are most definitely thinking about every time the ball gets played in that they're catching the two guys, Burchell and that man in picture, Viduka, offside, and it's worked for them so far, although a few have been very, very tight indeed.
Will be. Holt seems to have recovered all right. It's very tight down there. Holt coming through again. Holt, a little bit of a wrestling match going on. I think they've forgotten the ball. Tebeli steps in, and that was Alan Stubbs coming back. I think intelligently cornering him away down there, just chaperoning him to the corner flag.
Well, it was. Gary Holt's actually used probably a lot of energy up there holding big Alan Stubbs off of him.
Picked up by Durant. Always ready to snap it up in midfield if anybody makes a mistake. Yolby's there. That's been a move by Celtic, and that's high up by Loughlin. Yes, Moravcik getting the full 6 as he couldn't hold back on it. Seemed to get it just underneath the chin, actually.
Well, I think definitely contact.
Bring tears to the eyes.
Yes, I think it's contact's been made. I don't think Jim Loughlin certainly caught him. Jim's over there trying to say, so I didn't actually mean I was going for the ball, but his feet were very, very high, and I think Moravcik's actually just been cute enough, actually, that he just managed to see it and just drawn his head back at that moment in time.
I don't think there was anything malicious in it. I think it just bad mistiming. Here's McCutcheon giving the ball away too readily. Butchell. Now Durant. That's a good ball. Now Kokar, the Frenchman. Here's McCutcheon. Looking towards Gary Holt, and again he's giving the ball away too readily. And it may well be that Kilmarnock are thinking of a substitution here. Riley. Neat little dummy. Tosh McKinley. Yes, Kokar held that intelligently again. Durant making the run. There's Kokar going into space. Kokar, can he turn? And he can't get the ball away to anybody, and he ran out of support again. That's a player with intelligence, there's no question about that. Now Moravcik in that favourite area, coming from the left. Here he is. Stubbs making a run through the middle. Yes, he was obstructed as he went through there. Tosh McKinley, and he not exchanging pleasantries there. There's no doubt that McKinley just got in his way. Beautiful ball put through. There was a collision.
It was a decent ball played through. Honestly, I'm going to say with Tosh McKinley here, I honestly don't know that he thinks Alan Stubbs is going to get in and run into him. Well, maybe just to benefit the doubt. I don't think he's been booked for it, Archie, though.
He's certainly not, but this is a great position for Celtic. And I think we're going to have a substitution. The referee has spotted the Alec Buck will be coming on. No, they're not making the substitution. We're going to have the free kick first. And that's a wild one, and it seems to summarise this game tonight in terms of the final third. Has been slack and indisciplined, and Moravcik is infinitely capable of better than that.
Yeah, he is, and we all know he is, and he's scored some superb goals, as I said earlier on, for Celtic. And from a position like that, you've got to think he's going to try and put the goalkeeper under a little more pressure, but all he's done is smashed it way over the bar. No good.
Frustrated looking shot, that Alan. You know, as if to say, I'm fed up, I'm just...
Yeah, a little bit fed up, wasn't it? His body language didn't look particularly great as after he'd done it, you know. He looks a little bit fed up. Celtic will need more than that.
Work. That's played to the outside again. I think that was tight, but he was right beside the linesman there. Christophe Kokar.
He's never offside, is he?
No. I'm not sure about that when the ball was played. However, this is the man I saw first playing for Auxerre under the great French coach Giroud. Developed through that system. He can play a bit. Here's Loughlin. Fouled by Tebeli. Certainly can't throw his weight about. A little bit erratic, to say the least. Now, just inside. Durant playing it wide. McPherson will always come down that right-hand side if fed like that. Kilmarnock winning the corner kick. Few of these for Kilmarnock. encouraging the small Kilmarnock support away to our left-hand side. There they are. You can hear them in the background, getting a little bit of encouragement. Loughlin comes up for this. Easily away, though. Gerard having to, there's Ian Gerard, that's a man who could have been finished in football, and even some people thinking never fulfilled his real potential after a serious injury. But what a useful player he's been. Uses the heat, Alan, as we say, whenever he can.
Very comfortable on the ball, Ian, wasn't he? And that's just something that happened in his career, was his injury, but he's managed to, thankfully, get back, and has been a big hit to Kilmarnock.
Viduka. That's a good ball inside by Viduka. Well, he's done virtually nothing in the game, but he has the ability, very much like Moravcik, to do something very special in a few seconds.
Well, he's made a good run there. He's come off a defender, got himself a half yard. You don't need to beat the defender. Hook it into the middle. There was two players there. Thankfully for Kelly, Gus has cleared the danger.
A lot of movement in the box. Rather poorish corner kick there. Tebbley has come up to the edge of the box. There he is, just in the background there. Signposted that one, and knocked out by Mjolby. Well, we did criticise Kilmarnock by saying they lacked punch in the first half, but Celtic not looking all that notable in this half at the moment. Reset is there. Karine didn't get hold of it cleanly. Kosh McKinley. Now Mitchell. Buck can't get going. Now good anticipation there by Reset. Read the danger very well. Hardly a balletic movement there by Olivier Tebbley. Moravcik almost got it away. McKinley, decent ball forward, but offside. He's had a great second half, McKinley.
He has. He's started really well, hasn't he? Some decent balls up that left-hand side. Kilmarnock need him to be on form. Unfortunately, Arch, every time the ball goes forward, all we're getting is offsides.
Moravcik has to play it safe. Tommy Boyd. Tebbley. Should be cut off by McKinley. You could see that look of determination about him as he went for that. There was only going to be one winner. Viduka trying to get into the game manfully. Decent effort by Tebbley, just cut off. Nice volley by Buck. There's a pass forward, and that's offside again. Well, the linesmen have been very, very busy. That was an excellent scissors movement. It could have been played anywhere, and there's a ball. It's very tight. Again, very, very tight.
Yeah, again, there's not much to call on it, is there? It's a good turn. You're quite right by Buck. He's been done well since he came on, but again, the pass, good pass. Maybe the run just a little bit late.
There's McKinley. Reset, marks it out. Alan Stubbs. He can judge the forward pass very well. Butcher realises that. There he is. Back to McNamara. Chanting ball offsides. Viduka looking scornfully across at the linesman. Well, there's the last defender there, and I don't think he was offside when the ball was played.
Pretty tight, I think maybe just offside. And if it was Viduka that's offside, you should know better. If you're on that line and you're looking across, you can tell how near or far. He just needs to take a half step. He's the back man anyway. The cross will come to him.
Well, it does anger supporters, you know, when he sees something like that, this hair's breadth, but it's a difficult job.
Very.
You know, making up your mind in a fraction. Here's reset. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Frankly, that's a pathetic pass. And that's a tackle that lacks civility. Watch it coming in.
It's a ferocious tackle, isn't it? He certainly caught him in the side of the foot. Big Mialbi is a big lad as well. Certainly know all about it when he makes contact with you.
Yeah, he had his problems in his first season with indiscipline on the field. Sort of learned his lessons, but he went in hard there. He was after the ball. I don't think there's any question at all about that, but he didn't stop. Free kick. Referee took no action. Not such a clever ball this time. McNamara, good run by Celtic. Viduka just inside him. That's going wide. Oh, it's a great goal. Moravchik. What a beautifully judged header that was. It was elaborately structured, the header. He looked at it very carefully and then almost picked his spot.
Well, it's a beautiful ball to the back post by Jackie McNamara. Now, he hasn't been in the game a great deal. That header is absolutely inch perfection. He uses the speed of the ball, he just directs it. Absolutely perfect.
Well, we did say earlier, Alan, that he had the ability to turn the game out of nothing, and he did it there.
But I'll tell you something, actually, this actually comes from a free kick. You can see Kenny just about to get elated, obviously. But that came from a Kilmarnock free kick from Tosh McKinley, striking the ball, trying to get it to a striker, intercepted by Alan Stubbs. McNamara going down the right-hand side, a good ball in. And Moravchik, well, we give him a bit of stick for not having a good free kick, but his header was absolutely perfect.
Durant. McNamara going in heavily to Mitchell. Superb little man, the Slovakian who came across here and showing us some old-fashioned skills. A combination of intelligence passed on to these feet. As I said, a traditional Scottish inside forward in many ways. Here's a free kick. Tosh McKinley to take it. It's well enough judged. Ateva Mjolby. Back to McKinley. They're lining up on the edge of the penalty area. That should be Carrion's ball. I thought at first he had misjudged that. Now they're getting confidence, Celtic. They needed that. That's acting like a tonic to them.
Yeah, absolutely, and great control by Moravchik. Good as well, interpassing by Viduka. Two of them keeping possession well. Quite honestly, the inflated prices nowadays, actually, for some of the players, you've got to say, by Celtic a year ago or so. 300 or 400 grand, whatever it was, probably the best bit of business that's ever happened at Celtic Football Club.
Koka, Burke. Holt making the run, Burke still going. Good tackle by Mulby. Ball still in play, no free kick. Kilmarnock aroused by that goal, trying to fight back. Koka, and I think a free kick for that challenge. Good intelligent play again by the fulcrum in midfield, Ian Durant, going in for it again, and oh yes.
Koka's that he's been their poorest player tonight, Vidar Reed. His passing forward has not been good at all, not been very accurate. He gives away some needless free kicks, although to be he's trying to win the ball. Kokard, I think, was just a bit cute for him. But I will say that all comes down from Alex Burke being aggressive, driving in to Celtic defence, and eventually coming into giving him a good opportunity from right in the middle of the goals, albeit 20, 25, 30 yards out.
So we've got Kokard there, Ian Durant scooping underneath it again. Little dummy run there by Mark Riley, Tried to act as a decoy. Body back all the way. Over it goes. Reset. Butchell. Didn't quite get it back. Kokar. Celtic really supporting each other now. Rabchik. There goes Riley. Right out of ideas though. Forced back towards the halfway line. Mitchell. Could see where that was going. Gus McPherson now. Nobody in the penalty area of any note for Kilmarnock there. McKinley. McNamara. And McKinley, no hesitation. Neither has the referee. Yellow card.
Well, it's good initial control by Jackie McNamara. He's killed the ball well there, something he didn't do in the first half when he got injured, but Tosh has come in 2 feet, I don't know if he was trying to win the ball there, maybe trying to stop Jackie blocking, playing the ball just to block it, but he's definitely caught him there. He'll be all right, Jackie, but reckless and late, and Tosh gets a yellow card.
Well, he's had an appetite, a healthy appetite for the game tonight, McKinley, from the start, and especially in the second half. You saw he won a ball about 15 minutes ago with tremendous determination, so that sort of thing can happen. Reset looking up for this. Kilmarnock still fighting hard. Here's Kokar. Reset going with him. Kokar. Just laid over there. And Kokar and McNamara getting involved. And the referee is going to draw the two players towards him. Kokar simply didn't like the attention he was getting as McNamara snapped at his heels. And it may well be both players will end up. Oh, he's getting a red card. And a red card for McNamara as well. Both players are off. There's the collision. I'd like to see that one again, though. Both players are heading for the tunnel now, and I must say that they're rather dumbfounded about what's happened.
Well, what happened initially was that McNamara had actually chased Kokar all the way in. The two of them actually had maybe only a little bit of contact. They'd fallen down, actually. Jackie McNamara.
Is McNamara going? Was McNamara shown the red?
Yeah, he was definitely shown a red card, McNamara. Definitely.
I thought he was shown a red card.
Well, he did show him a yellow, then he showed him a red, but I'm sure he was shown a red card.
I certainly thought a red card was shown, but the referee is looking at him carefully, and Kokar has certainly gone off. Well, I'm convinced he showed a red card to both players. Maybe he made a mistake.
Well, possibly. I mean, he's definitely shown the red card to Kokar. Then he's definitely threw a yellow and then a red also. He's definitely shown the red card twice.
He's coming across to see the linesman. Well, there we are. McNamara is on the field.
That's it.
So it's Kokar who's off.
Well, all it is then, it's a yellow card for McNamara and obviously a red card for Kokar.
But he did flourish that towards McNamara.
Yep.
Now, Boyd. Away by Loughlin. Reset. Karim. Long high ball, the kind of ball Viduka likes. There's Loughlin. Reset right off balance. And Kilmarnock really in a turmoil now. Remember, they were playing against 10 men on Saturday when Motherwell had a player sent off. Viduka using his body very well. Just taken. That was a very difficult ball to take. A little bit of skid in that. Durant inside. Alec Buck should get that. There's a lovely ball to Durant. Durant now going in and goal. Can the Celtic defence catch him? Oh, it's a weak effort. He'd run out of steam. He had nothing left in him at the end, and there was nobody running alongside him.
No, they knew there was no one in the middle, and he's obviously thought, I'll just try and chip it away to the back post. I mean, he's got nowhere near enough on it, Ian. Certainly know he's good enough to do it, but you can just see here, not good enough contact. He tried to put it right over Karim to the other side. And a good opportunity.
There's a run forward again. That's tight. Well, Kilmarnock playing intelligently. Trying to catch Celtic on a break like that. There's a great deal of effort going into it. And there's Colin Healy has now come on as a substitute. And so little time left for Kilmarnock to lift themselves. A lot of wrestling going on, and it's a free kick. Free kick to Kilmarnock. Little touch on to Durant. Puts it back. Riley, and Durant. Right to the head of Mjolby. Looking like a rock in the second half. Oh, it's a good shower. I thought Healy coming up would take the ball away there. Really was going for it.
Little just nudge in the back, yeah. Just enough.
Mjolby taking his eye off at that time. Here's McKinley. No free kick or penalty kick. McKinley running into trouble himself. Neat reverse pass by McNamara. There's Loughlin. That ball is out. Just over 10 minutes remaining. Kenny Dalglish out there wants to make sure he gets to this final, which means so much not only to him personally, but to the club and the entire Celtic community have come through traumatic times recently. Debily, much quieter in the second half. Rabchik gives it away that time. There's Rabchik. That was a push on Viduka there.
I think he's played quite well at the back, actually, Dindaloo, for Kilmarnock. He's managed to chaperone Viduka quite a lot. He hasn't got away.
Now touching in there to Mitchell. Driving forward Mitchell. Changed his mind though. There's Durant. Here's Gus. Laughlin is up there trying the shot at goal, and it was a decent effort. Time is running out, and I think anybody who has an opportunity has to let fly.
Yeah, well, he doesn't score many goals, Jim, and plenty of space for him to have gone of a shot there. I must admit, I haven't seen him scoring from that kind of distance, not even in training when I was there.
Hasn't scored this season. He was about a foot out.
Good player though, big potential for Kilmarnock. A lot of clubs very interested in him.
Tosh McKinley again. Tommy Boyd just getting it out of harm's way. No more. Plenty of space in the right. McKinley again. Mitchell will be hard put to fasten onto this. Oh, just goes for the corner. Stubbs a little bit disappointed. Nobody was running in.
I think he's even
to
more
help him out there.
Sorry, Archie. I think he's even more disappointed in Vida Ariceth not actually coming back to help him. Can't believe that, Alan.
Onto McKinley's left foot. Good interception there by McNamara. He got across very quickly. Mitchell. Give it away too easily. Healy tried to go in there. Free kick again. Quickly taken by Durant. Sense of urgency now about this Kilmarnock side as they look at the time. Conscious of the fact that Celtic will hold on to this lead like grim death. Try and catch them on the counter-attack. That's a decent enough ball. Well, Burke did very well to get into the box very quickly.
It's a decent ball into the box, isn't it? And he probably doesn't think he's going to get the header. He now realises what a good chance that was.
Yeah, it's I don't think he could believe he got that position. Here's a good attack. Healy scored a goal on Saturday, of course. Young Irishman. Works on his own up there. There's a run forward. There's no offside this time. Out comes Karine. Taken away there. Just swept away by the Frenchman, Stephen Mahe.
Well, it's a superb run to keep him onside for Alec Burke. You've got to say, Dimitri Karine does so well here. One, also to go in for a challenge like that, and two, to actually read the play initially. He's far enough outside of his goal to get there. You can see here, it takes one right in the top of the knee. That'll be a sore one. And Kilmarnock almost for the first time got a striker in. Mahe eventually got away.
Alan, they've played quite well in the last 10 minutes, Kilmarnock.
Yeah, they have.
They've had a right go. They haven't shown that sense of cutting edge since the start of the game.
And you think as well, they're down to 10 men, you'd have thought their job was difficult enough, but I just thought for a minute there they were going to get on level terms. Kenny a bit bewildered by it, or maybe thinking that they might have to bring Stuart Kerr. They do have him as a substitute goalkeeper.
Yes, he did get it at the top of the knee. There's a challenge here. They had to go after it. Well, Buck seems to be all right. The goalkeeper taking his time about it. And I think they're right. I don't think they would want to substitute the goalkeeper at any time, let alone with Just under 6 minutes remaining.
No, not really, not if they can help it. It looks as though Brian Scott's done enough to make sure he's going to be okay. McCluskey gives the shout to the linesman. I think Kilmarnock are going to make a substitution, Archie.
Kenny Dalglish shouting instructions there to Viduka to pass them on. And it's Mitchell who's coming off. And David Bagan now about to come on for Kilmarnock. So little time left. There will be some stoppage time, of course, maybe 2-3 minutes. I'll tell you about that later on as Bagan gets a touch. Now here's a counter-attack. Viduka waited and drew the players forward. That's a hard ball for McNamara to chase after. Well, Jackie McNamara, that was an astonishing incident there, because we're sure the referee raised the red card to him and then must have changed his mind or made a mistake with a card. But here's Jeffrey coming on, and it's Ian Durant. Ian Durant has virtually run himself into the ground. Nice square ball there. Looks for a little 1-2. McNamara.
I'll say, Archie, I'm going to give the man of the match here now. He's been the difference. He's had some superb touches tonight. Not a great deal between the teams, although plenty of possession by Celtic, but quite simply the goal he scored was absolutely exquisite. And my man of the match tonight is just done enough and no more as the man in picture, Lubomir Moravcik.
I don't think you're stunning anybody with shock about that, Alan.
Oh, I think Tommy Bolly's played well for Celtic at the back, although they haven't really put him under a great deal of pressure at the back. But he's been almost faultless, Tommy. But I think just the difference between the two teams, the goal by Moravcik, just shades him it.
I'll tell you something, there's nothing wrong with giving a man of the match award to somebody with skill in football nowadays.
I just hope I hope David McKinney's French is okay.
Up it goes, and down to Holt. Goes Mahe. Moravcik again, still in the thick of it. Stubbs can't get it away. But I think Celtic have weathered that little counter-attack over the last 10 minutes that Kilmarnock have been able to sustain and come through it. Viduka. Yes, he's brilliant at turning like that. Quite content, he knows the time is slipping away.
I must admit, he's also played better in the second half. Probably the words that Kenny said to him have worked. Certainly taken a lot more action, some good touches, just that it hasn't had really many goal-scoring opportunities.
Timberley gives it away. McKinley. Oh. Just get the impression that maybe Kilmarnock have run out of steam now. Sometimes at this juncture in a game, when the game is running out, you feel that team feels. Even one goal behind, they feel they can't make anything of it. Kinley, can he get to it? No, the legs. Just not up to it. Reset. Taking all the time in the world for that. Laughlin just getting into it, held the fort very well. 4 stoppage minutes. Oh, there was no free kick there. It's really a bad ball by Jeffrey.
It was a terrible ball, Archie. You're looking for him to just be coming on the park, at least to maybe cut inside and drive to the box. There's no point coming all the way back to where Mark Riley is. Don't mind keeping possession, but all of a sudden they've just given it away. He should be the one as a striker who's trying to make something happen for them in that last third of the park for Kilmarnock.
All out of play, I think. McKinley anxious to get on with it again. Well, there's Jeffrey. It's McKinley doing the right thing. Swept away. Celtic had everybody back behind the ball there. Viduka had come back as well. Long and high, and the flag is up on the far side. As we bite deeply into the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Nicely inside. Offside, yes. I don't think any question about that. Well, I'm not quite sure why that it's played there. Why Mahi got all angered about it. Ardindaloo. Well, only 4 other teams in British football have scored less goals than Kilmarnock. The football has been neat at times. They've showed a bit of thrust in the last 15 minutes, but oh dear, they lack somebody up front that really menaces people, and I'm sure Bobby Williamson realises that.
Yeah, he does. He most definitely does. Unfortunately, obviously, Andy Smith being cut tight didn't make it any easier for him tonight. The big guy up front might have just helped a little bit. At the back, with Laughlin and Dindalo have been pretty impressive. Midfield, they work very hard, but again, you see up front, everything comes to an end. They don't have a target man, really. Coquard's a very able forward, but when he lost him early in the second half, the task was simply too big. Although they've only really just been edged out, Kilmarnock, tonight.
Rapchik did contrive to get it back. Healy lays it off. Viduka. Lautebeli. Oh, they're all offside, and I think they realise it. Kilmarnock defence have worked that quite cutely from time to time. Rapchik. Tomahe to Tebeli. McNamara. They'll get a free kick for that. And time is the enemy of Kilmarnock. Celtic have the knowledge of that. They don't care if the ball is away down at this corner. Just for this man there, Kenny Dalglish, an important week altogether. A man who's come in and has taken on his shoulders the responsibility of reviving this club. Stubbs can't get it away now. We go Kilmarnock. Far too many passes. That ball should be played away wide. And Barachik, realising that time is slipping away, isn't too concerned about that. Yes, Kenny is still anxious. Seconds remaining. Referee looking at his watch. It's all over. Celtic are heading for the 23rd League Cup final, which they have won previously on 10 times, and so they'll meet Aberdeen in that final, reviving memories of the great games between these two clubs. There was only one goal in it, but it was an exquisite one, a beautifully judged header by the man of the match.
Absolutely, it was a beautiful cross by McNamara, and the header, as you quite rightly said, is an exquisite header. He's a talented individual, and it needed something special. There wasn't a great deal between the two of them, but that little man just did enough for man of the match, and his goal has made all the difference, and Celtic are in another final, actually.
There we are, the Celtic supporters enjoying us at the moment. They look forward to another final. Remember, that will be live on Scott's Board in March. The final score, Celtic 1, Kilmarnock 0.